Hey everybody, I am so excited to share this art journal page with you. So I recently got the new Dina Wakley gloss sprays and I cannot stop using them. I am so obsessed with them. So I created a art journal page and I have all of the supplies listed in the description box down below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And leave me a comment letting me know if you have the gloss sprays or if you're planning on getting them. I would love to know. All right, so I am starting off with the color. Let's see, I have them right in front of me. Fuchsia and white. I am spraying them on just some regular cardstock. And so I sprayed a little bit of the fuchsia first and then a little bit of the white, and then I went back in with the fuchsia and then the white. So what happens is they resist each other because they are basically plastic. They're acrylic sprays, and so they kind of resist each other, and the reaction and the effect that you get is super cool. I cannot explain it. It's just you have to use them to understand how amazing these are. I cannot get over how super cool these are. All right, so I am using a page from my mixed media book, and this page is not prepped. It is a thicker cardstock, like mixed media. It's like kind of actually in between mixed media paper and also watercolor paper, just to give you an idea of the thickness. But again, this is not prepped with any gesso or gel or anything like that. So the colors I am using is eggplant, fuchsia, marine, and turquoise. If you want to see all of the different colors sprayed out, I do have a video that I had shared, and I will have it linked in the upper right hand corner so you guys can check it out if you want to see all of those sprayed out for you guys, so you can get an idea of which colors you like and what colors are what. All right, so I sprayed those all out and I kind of just randomly sprayed them. And now I'm taking some Tim Holtz tissue paper. So I was playing around a little bit before this page, and I had used some tissue paper on a page, and this is just some extra that I had on my desk. And so I kind of crumpled it up, and I am using it to kind of lift up some of that spray, and then I guess basically stamp it back on, or like lay it back on to the surface here, just to give some more texture. You're going to see tons of different layers on this art journal page, and I was just honestly playing around, just kind of seeing what I can do with these inks and what I could do on top of the inks, because of course they're new to me, and they're not like, your typical spray, like your mica spray or your dye spray. They are totally different. And like I said before, it's hard to explain the difference unless you are using them. Then you'll know like how different they are compared to a water-based spray or like a dye spray or anything like that. So I did use a stamp. It's from 49 and Market, and I used some StazOn ink to stamp it out just kind of randomly, just to give another layer of texture and interest. And then I'm going back in with some turquoise, and I believe that is fuchsia, and just to kind of layer up a little bit more colors. So again, once these are dry, you can layer them on top of each other, as you could see here, because they are permanent, and when they are wet, they kind of resist each other. It's kind of hard to explain, like I said before, but when they're dry, you can layer them on top of each other. It's pretty cool. All right, so I wanted a little bit more interest, so I am adding some gesso with a baby wipe. So I'm kind of pouncing it on through this stencil. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. I do not recall the name, and I do not know where it is on my desk. My desk is a complete disaster, but again, I will have it listed down below. So I do this often where I have a baby wipe or a damp paper towel, and I will kind of poof it up, I guess, It's like the only way I can describe it, on the end, and then I will dip it in the gesso, and then I will kind of dab some of it off, and then dab it onto a project. I do this a lot when I'm trying to blend out colors on a project, like a layout or any other type of mixed media project. But it really works well for this type of an effect because you don't get a really thick layer. I really wanted a lot of that color to still show through. So, and this gesso from Finnabair is really thick. And if I used a paintbrush or any other type of tool to add it onto this this page, it would have been too white for me. So I wanted it just to kind of end up blending in the background. What I like about these sprays is that they do not, like, okay, so when you're using a color bloom spray or say a Lindy's spray, once you add another water-based medium on top, that will soak up whatever's underneath, that spray underneath. These do not do that. So because they're permanent when dry, the gesso did not soak in to the color, or the color didn't soak up into that gesso. So you could really tell that gesso is there and that layer is there. It's really cool. So after that, I am adding some more texture and interest with another stencil, and I'm actually using the white spray, the gloss spray, and as you could see, you can layer these on top of each other. And then what I did is I took the extra ink and kind of smushed it onto the page again to give more texture and interest to the page. And then of course I did some splatters. I'm a little bit behind in the video, so I'm kind of trying to catch up. All right, so now I am taking that stamp again, and I am actually using an Altenew, what is this? It's kind of like Stays On, but Stays On I feel dries a little bit too quickly, so I have a hard time getting multiple, like a generational stamp with it, because I wanted some to be a little bit more faint than others. So I'm using the Altenew ink. All right, so I am just showing you guys just all of that texture and all of the different layers. There's so many possibilities with these sprays. I'm so excited. All right, so in the beginning of the video, I don't know if I said, but I'm using a stamp design from Keren Tamir. She's a good friend of mine. It's exclusive through joggles.com, and of course I will have the link down below. So I stamped that out. It is a foam stamp and it says create art, and it's a light bulb with a heart. It's amazing. I knew I had to have it. I adhered that using some soft matte gel, and again I just sprayed some regular cardstock at the beginning of the video and then stamped out the stamp. All right, then I added a little bit of texture to the light bulb using that 49 in Market stamp, and now I'm just going over with some soft matte gel. Here is another close-up look at all of those different layers and textures. I am so excited about these sprays. I have a lot more videos of experimenting with them and kind of my first play around with them, I guess you would say. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. You can also share it with your friends. If you are new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. Also, all of my other social media links are in the description as well. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.